Welcome to our Tips for Getting Started tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be covering some of the basics you need to have down before you get started with Cubase. It's important that you take the time to prepare your computer for Cubase before you jump into audio recording. This is going to improve your computer's performance and maximize your productivity and quality. Make sure that your software is properly installed on your system, you've got a stable operating system, and the latest drivers for all your peripherals are installed, such as video and network drives, your audio interface. If you find that your computer is crashing for no apparent reason, make sure you've installed the latest drivers for your peripherals. Download, save them all somewhere where they're easily accessible for reinstall if you need to. If you're working on a laptop with only one hard drive available to you, make sure you've got enough free space and remove the files you don't really need. You may also have to reinstall your operating system. Starting with a clean slate often gets rid of many problems. If you back up your drivers and data regularly, reinstalling your OS won't be such a hassle. Disable any background apps that make intensive use of memory or hard drive resources. Don't run any other non-essential applications while you're using Cubase. For example, you don't need to run Microsoft Word while you're running Cubase. On a Windows platform, pressing Ctrl-Alt-Delete brings up the Windows Task Manager where you can see which processes are running in the background. You can end processes here without harming your system. Once you reboot, all the background apps will start running again, so to make some permanent changes you'd need to change the settings for those apps. You're able to change the settings for your applications. If you're using Windows, go to Start, then select Run, and type msconfig. Select the Startup tab and disable anything that's not critical. If you're able to, try to use a separate computer for internet use because antivirus software is really resource intensive. Sometimes it can take up more than 30% of your CPU. On your Macintosh, you can view your active processes by accessing the Activity Monitor from the Finder menu, or you can select Go, Applications, and then go to the Utilities folder. Then double-click the icon for the Activity Monitor program. However, the most effective way to deactivate unnecessary apps would be to choose any program loaded on your dock and then do a file quit. Cubase offers its rewire function if you need to run other audio applications at the same time as Cubase. Cubase will be the host and the primary app. However, if that's not going to work for you, you need a MultiClient Driver which shares access to the audio hardware between applications and a generous amount of computer resources. You'll also need to watch out for compatibility issues between the active software and hardware. And this concludes our tutorial on how to prepare your computer to get started with Cubase.